So a lot of people might not know what a cochlear implant is, but I just had surgery December 10th, and um, I had a device implanted under my skin above my left ear. I have Meniere's disease, and so after 11 years, I've gradually lost hearing in that ear after having different vertigo attacks and things like that. And so now with this implant, it bypasses my normal hearing with electrodes that have been put through a wire in my head back here and into my cochlea, which is the snail-shaped part of your inner ear where all the little hairs, and you sometimes hear about how people lose their hearing when they go to loud concerts because those hairs get damaged. Well, mine were also damaged from my Meniere's disease and the vertigo attacks. And so I couldn't hear speech anymore. And so I became slowly deaf, at least to conversation. I could still hear a few sounds. So now that I've had the surgery, I'm totally deaf in my left ear because that implant is in there and it damaged my residual hearing. But instead, I have. So this is one of my two processors. It's called the Canzo 2, and this is a dehydrator and a charger so that if it gets wet during the day, it dries it out, and I store it in there at night. And so I take it out in the morning, and I have to put on this halo piece, which is a safety device. It goes around the outside and it has hair clips on it to go in my hair. That way it won't fall out. The wireless is more comfortable for me right now because the incision behind my ear is still tender, and so the other device has batteries and it goes behind your ear more like a hearing aid. But then on the back is a magnet, and that magnet will stick to the piece of metal under my skin in my head, and it transmits a different type of sound through the wire into my inner ear, and then that connects to my nerve, which allows me to hear again. But right now, because this is more like a computer, it sounds a little bit like a robot. So I'm having to do rehab for my hearing. So I'm going to put this on and kind of show you how it goes on. So this is the halo, and it goes over the top like this and clips on. Oops, other direction. And once it's on, then I can clip it into my hair. So it goes on like that. So then I just pull back my hair, and there's nothing to be seen because it's all inside of my skin, but I can feel like an edge above my ear. And I find that metal piece, and then I slide it on, and the magnet sticks. And as soon as that magnet sticks, then I can hear. So now suddenly I have volume in my ear. And I take these little hair clips and I clip them in, and that it's an expensive device, so we don't want to lose it. So these clip into my hair, and once, oops, it came off. Sometimes it slides off and then I can't hear, and I have to replace it. I don't know why it's off. Maybe it turned off. Might have to tap it on, but anyway, sometimes it just shuts off. There, I tapped it and it turned on after it's been off of the charger for a while. So anyway, that's how I put it on in the morning, and then it's on my head like this. Oh, it keeps coming off. It must not be connected properly. Might be my hair is in the way. I'll try again. So there, I got it back on. So once it's clipped on, it's on my head like that and under my hair, and I can kind of cover it with my hair. It won't stick through my hair. My hair is kind of curly as I've gotten older, so it's just there, and I can hear my voice. The interesting thing that I think for me, I can still hear in my right ear. So I'm called a unilateral implant or single-sided cochlear implant. But with that comes an interesting situation. I'm a musician and I was a music teacher, and so I have a website that teaches children how to train their ear to listen to music. And so I'm going to be starting the process of trying to do that with my own ear, go back through my lessons and sing and play the piano, because when I talk in my normal ear, I hear normal sound. And in my cochlear implant, it sounds like a robot right now because I just had it implanted. So I have to do rehab where I train my brain to hear these new types of sounds. And when I sing, my robot side, my cochlear implant side, sounds like a man's voice. It's lower, maybe like 5 pitches lower. It still kind of sounds like me, but it's robotic and it's not the same pitch. So when I sing, I hear my normal singing voice in one ear and I hear a robot that sounds like a lower pitch in my other ear. And so I'm going to need to work on training my ear to match that pitch. And so this is going to be a lot of experimentation. I know how to do music ear training with what's called solfege, but I don't know how to do training of the cochlear implant. So I've been experimenting a lot with streaming. I can stream to this cochlear implant, so I'll listen to music in my good ear, then I'll switch to streaming and try to match the pitch and hear. But even when I listen to, say, music on Spotify or YouTube, it sounds like a robot, or it's starting to sound a little bit like a person singing, but with a robot singing with them. And so it's quite terrible to listen to music right now, which is disappointing. I love to sing. I love to worship at church, to play piano and listen music frequently. And so I'm hoping to share what I learn with my music rehab, because I'm hoping it will help people who have gone through similar situation as me. I won't be able to understand what people are going through if they've had implants in both ears, children that are maybe born deaf. But it's possible that the same solfege training that I've used might be able to help them learn how to match pitch and sing better with an implant. So I don't know. I hope that this is helpful, and I'm going to try to keep track of my journey with the music rehab and post different posts about how I'm doing things on the piano and singing. I hope it's interesting to people who it could be helpful for.